The ocean is already around you, not the surface, not the waves, the deep part, the part where light stops, the part where the world above becomes something you can barely remember. You have been carrying something for a very long time, and you know what it is. And today, it is going to take you somewhere you have never been. Don't resist it. For once, don't resist the weight. Find somewhere to lie down if you can, or sit. Whatever allows your body to be fully supported, you need to feel held right now. Take a deep breath in through your nose, long, slow, and as you exhale, imagine that breath leaving you as bubbles, rising upward, away from you, taking with them just the surface tension of the day. The appointments, the messages, the things you meant to do, let them rise. You can collect them when you return. They will still be there. Right now, you're going somewhere they cannot follow. Another deep breath in through your belly. And with this exhale, feel yourself beginning to sink. Not fall, just to gently sink. The slow, inevitable way that everything heavy eventually finds its way down. The water is warm here near the surface. You can still see light. The world above is a shimmer, beautiful and distant, and not your concern for the next 30 minutes. Close your eyes and begin. You are moving through the middle water now, 50 meters, 100. The light is changing from gold to green to the deepest blue you've ever seen. At this depth, sound travels differently. The noise of the surface, the anxiety, the to-do list, the voice that says you're not doing enough. Those sounds travel at surface frequency. They can't reach you here. They simply cannot make it this far down. As you descend, I want you to name what you're carrying. Not out loud, just internally. The thing, the heaviest thing, the one that's been sitting somewhere behind your sternum for so long, you started to think it's just part of your anatomy. What is it? Is it grief? The kind that doesn't have a funeral because no one else knew to mourn it? Is it guilt? The particular kind that keeps running the same scenario on a loop, asking, what if I had done it differently? Is it an identity you've been wearing past its time? The version of yourself that kept everyone safe but forgot to ask if it was keeping you safe. Whatever it is, feel its weight now. Don't fight it. Feel it completely, because this weight, this specific gravity, is what is going to take you to the bottom. Let it pull. "200 meters. The last light is behind you. You are in the twilight zone now, the part of the ocean where things that glow in the dark live, where creatures have learned to make their own light because no light ever reaches them from above. They did not lose the light, they became it. I want you to stay with the weight for a moment longer. Don't release it yet. Just observe it. Feel the full mass of it. Let yourself acknowledge, perhaps for the first time without flinching, how heavy this has actually been. How long have you been carrying this? How many days did you wake up immediately, pick it back up before your feet touch the floor? How many conversations did you have with it running underneath everything you said? How much of your energy, the energy you needed for your own life, your own dreams, your own becoming, how much of it went to just managing this weight? I'm not asking you to be angry about that. I'm asking you to see it clearly. The weight was real. The cost was real. and you're allowed to acknowledge both without immediately moving on to the lesson. You carried it, you really did, and it was heavy, and you deserve to say this was hard. This was genuinely hard, not in a way that needs to be qualified or compared to anyone else's difficulty. Just, this was hard. And I carried it anyway, and here I am. Here you are, 300 meters, the temperature drops, but you're not cold, you are held. No light at all now. This is the midnight zone, the place where the pressure is so total that nothing fragile survives here. Only things built for depth, only things that were made for this. And you were made for this. You would not have been given this weight if the depth it was meant to take you to wasn't worth the descent. As you move deeper, something begins to happen with the weight. It starts to feel less like a burden and more like an anchor. An anchor doesn't fall helplessly. An anchor is placed deliberately by a sailor who knows that in order to hold their position, to hold the vessel steady in the storm, something has to go all the way to the bottom. You have been the anchor for so many people. The person who holds, the person who stays, the one who absorbs the storm so others don't have to feel it. Tonight, the anchor goes to the bottom, and what it holds is you. Just you for once. Just you. "500 meters, 1,000. The pressure at this depth is absolute, and something extraordinary happens under absolute pressure. Everything that was pretending becomes impossible to maintain. Every performance, every mask, every version of yourself that you constructed for someone else's comfort, they can't survive down here. The pressure dissolves them. What's left is you, the original one, the one that existed before you learned to be careful, before you learned to be small, before you learned that your full size was too much for certain rooms. Feel them dissolving, the masks, the performances, the apologies for existing, the constant calibration of how much of you is safe to bring into any given space. Let them go. They were never you. They were what you built to survive the surface. You're going somewhere the surface rules do not apply. The bottom of the ocean is not what you imagined. It is not dark in the way darkness usually feels. It is complete, a completeness so total that it wraps around you like the oldest kind of knowing. And there is, in that completeness, something is waiting. Your higher self does not live above you. It was never in the clouds. It was never in some aspirational future version of you that you were always running toward and never quite reaching. It lives here, in the deepest part of you, in the place that the weight was always trying to take you towards. If you had only stopped fighting the descent, you can see it now, or sense it, or feel it, however it comes. Allow it. Your higher self does not look like a better version of you. It looks like the real version, the one that has never been damaged by anything that happened on the surface, the one that watched every experience you had from a place of complete understanding, not judgment. It knows everything, every mistake, every moment of covered eyes, every time you chose the safe thing over the true thing, every relationship you stayed in past its time, every version of yourself you abandoned because someone asked you to be smaller. It knows all of it, and it is looking at you with something that can only be described as complete acceptance. Not in spite of all of it, because of it. Every single thing you carried brought you to this exactly at this depth, to exactly this meeting. Let it look at you, really look at you, without flinching, without immediately explaining yourself. Just be seen by the part of you that has always known who you actually are. If something rises in you, a feeling, a recognition, a grief you haven't named yet, a relief so deep it surprises you, let it move. The ocean can hold it. It has held everything that has ever dissolved in it for 4 billion years. It can hold this. Your higher self places something in your hands now. Not a message, not an instruction, not a to-do list for your spiritual evolution, just a permission. Permission to put down the weight. Not to forget it, not to pretend it didn't shape you, but to no longer carry it as something you owe the world. The grief, it can live here in the deep, where it has room to be what it actually is, rather than being compressed into something small enough to manage in daily life. Grief is enormous. It deserves an enormous container. The abyss is the only thing large enough for the grief you've been carrying, my dear. Release it. Feel it leave your hands, your shoulders, your chest, your throat and your jaw. All the places you've been holding it, and feel it dissolve into the water around you. Not gone, but transformed. Part of something so vast, it can hold any amount of it without being overwhelmed. The guilt, you can leave it here too. the version of events where you were the villain of your own story, the perpetual sentencing of yourself for things that are long complete. Leave it. The ocean does not need you to keep carrying it to believe it was real. It was real, and it is done. And you are allowed to be done. The identities, the versions of yourself you build for survival, but have been living in the past their time. The peacekeeper, the overgiver, the one who explains themselves before they've been questioned. Leave them here, darling. They served you. They carried you through things that needed carrying. You can honor them and still release them. Whatever else is there, whatever weight I haven't named that your body recognizes, please offer it to the water now. Feel your body, how much lighter it is, not empty, lighter. The difference between a vessel that was full of what it was supposed to carry all along versus one that was full of what it was asked to carry by others. Feel what is left. That is you. The real amount of you without the borrowed weight. Your higher self is still with you, and it wants you to know one thing before you begin to rise. It has been waiting, not impatiently. It does not experience time the way the surface does, but it has been available always. This is not the first time you could have descended to meet it. It has been here every time you're afraid to stop. Every time you chose noise over stillness because stillness felt like falling. It was never falling, it was this. Always this. You can come back whenever the surface becomes too much, whenever the weight accumulates again. You know the way now. You let it sink you, and it brought you home. It is time to begin the return. Slowly. Not because the depth is behind you. The depth is always available to you now. But because you have a life on the surface that is waiting, and you're returning it to it differently. Begin to rise, not rushed. The ocean releases you the same way it received you, gently. gently, inevitably, completely. As you ascend, notice what you're not bringing back. Feel the absence of the weight as a presence in itself. The space where it used to be is not empty. It is available for what you actually want to fill it with. Your own desire, your own direction, your own unreasonable, impractical, deeply specific version of what your life is actually for, that can live in this space now. That is what the descent was always making room for. It's for your unique choices. The light begins to return. First the deepest blue, then a blue that remembers green, then the shimmer of the surface far above you, a world you left temporarily and are returning to change. 500 meters, 300, 100. The pressure eases, the warmth returns. The sound of your body come back first. Your heartbeat, your breath, the sensation of whatever is beneath you, the floor, the chair, the surface that has been holding you this whole time. 50 meters, 20. You can almost see the sky through the water above you. And you know something now that you didn't know when you began. The sky is not where you come from. The depth is. And you can return to it whenever you need to remember who you actually are. Surface. Take a deep breath in. The first breath of someone who has been somewhere real. Gently, when you're ready, bring your awareness back to the room. Feel your fingers, your feet, the weight of your body against the surface beneath you. Take a moment before you move, before you reach for your phone, before you return to the logistics of the day. Just be here in this body with what you left behind in the deep and what you're carrying now instead. You met yourself down there. You know the way back.